Like,
Going to jail at 16 because you think you're a gangster.
I think you're a gangster. Sunday, 5 to 1, 4 raised me. Get the hell out of here. Whatever mixture you want to do the interracialness does not mean you guys have to start a YouTube channel. Like, you don't have to start a couples channel. End of the
Would
day.
Beyonce have dropped it 2, 3, 4 years ago? Hey guys, I am back. Back. Hey, say back. Back. With another what? Come to me, I can't really explain it. By the way, you guys already know. Introduce yourself.
It's me.
Introduce yourself.
Okay. My name's Rick and I say hi.
Hey.
Back it up and meet my friend.
Guys, let's stop. Okay. We're gonna be doing an unpopular opinion with a little bit of a twist. We're gonna be doing the black edition, like the black community, the African community. We got some very unpopular opinion concerning our people. But we love them, but they got some stuff too.
We got some stuff that we need to sort out amongst ourselves.
Yeah, we got some divisions. We're just gonna spit it out, okay? We don't want to hear the child will bing. And I actually don't want to hear it. This is our unpopular opinion. Okay, like I was gonna say this. I feel like in the black community, it's so sad, but I feel like colorism is worse within us than outside of us. Colorism still exists, and we're worse at doing it at each other than other people are to us. Colorism is actually bigger within our community, like inside our community. It's sad, but that's just the truth. And even as a kid, growing up, I never experienced colorism more than outside than I did in my own household. I'm not even lying. And although it's getting better, it's still within the community.
Yeah, it's very much like prevalent within our communities. Like, we are so quick to point it out. Even like, sometimes I might even catch myself and I'm like, oh, like
even you can even find yourself because it's so embedded in us that like you even do it without even knowing that you're doing it. Although this is not how it should be, because I remember you see like kids playing and then some aunties making comments about their skin and I'm like, and I'm there like, are you serious?
Okay.
Like, are you serious right now? You're actually making these type of comments around kids. Even the fact that it still happens, it says a lot where we are even as a black community. It speaks a lot of volume where we are as people and what we in 2020 and
2021.
2020. Like, imagine, because it's so easy to fight the colorism outside, but guys, it's inside us. Let's fight the one here and then we can fight the one outside, because it just doesn't make sense for us. But you're the biggest one in your household. You're here calling people dark midnight.
Literally.
No, I'm so serious.
It's actually
no. It's actually the truth. Fighting Kawajat. You're a colorist. You're the biggest colorist here. Yes, at the end of the day, that's very hypocritical for us to be like, no, Kawajat, white people, white, and then you're doing it.
She's right. We need to fix the issue within ourselves 100%, because literally, it's just like something that is even normal to a lot of us. A lot of us are bleaching. We don't want to be called dark. Like, literally, there's a lot of comments that are like, oh, it's just too dark. There's no need for that. At the end of the day, we are all black people. There's no need for us to be dividing ourselves into colors. Little shade difference. Like, come on.
It's like literally one shade different. Okay, cool.
Like, I've actually had people come up to me and be like, oh my god, like, I'm lighter than you. And it's like,
really?
And for what?
Oh my god. And you know, people like that, just no insecurities operating in them. Because
they'll point out like, oh my god, you actually really lie. Like,
no, they do. Have you ever heard this? Oh my god, you actually lied for Sudanese. I said, what do you mean by that? It's sad to see the obsession.
Like, are you sure you're Sudanese?
Like, are you what is that supposed to mean? That you're already referring to Sudanese people are only dark? Like, no, Sudanese people come in different shades. And it's so annoying because it's just like the obsession. It's almost like an obsession. Like you need to be light in order to be like beautiful, or like in order for you to match an ethnicity. Like in Africa, there's all different shades. Well, not all like one shade. even in Sudanese, we're not all one shade. We're all come in different shades. When it comes to bleaching too, that's colorism working, and it's actually working. The whole point of it is actually working, because now we're actually letting ourselves come to a place where we actually think like, oh, maybe to actually lighten my skin is probably better. And it's like, don't believe that lie. Don't believe that lie, because guess what? Now white supremacists is winning. They're winning. And
you're never really gonna be happy in the shade you're in. You're always gonna be like wanting to be lighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you don't go and use bleach and then you stop. You continue to use it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's ruining your skin.
Yeah, and again, skin bleaching is not only happening in the African community. It happens literally abroad. So you can see colorism has a big, massive impact.
Even
not
like
only in the African Asian community have that too, even in India too. India is another one that's really big on it too. But again, we associate being dark as bad. So yeah, it's just a whole problem. That's another thing that we can go deep, but we're not going to do that.
Black people as a whole, we need to stop inviting like different people to the cookout every time they do something that's like literally basic human decency. like you saw Suzanne listening to rap music and you're like, oh yeah, they can come to the cookout. Just some random nonsense stuff, and you're like, yep, they invited to the cookout. They invited to the cookout. Like, who gonna cater for all of them? Where all the food at for all of them? They can't come to the cookout. Like, where's she gonna eat at, Lewis?
What address you gonna use, Lewis? What ID you gonna use, Lewis? How you gonna pay for these court fees, Lewis? If you come get Leah right now, where she gonna go, Lewis?
What car seat you gonna use, Lewis? Where's she gonna stay at,
Lewis?
Like, why is everyone invited to the cookout for doing like just regular things? Like, why do black people praise other people for doing just the bare minimum?
I don't know.
But we don't want to like praise each other or uplift each other for doing things that are even excelling. Like,
what are we doing?
Let's do better.
Let's do better, guys.
Actually do better.
People are gonna throw stones at me, but don't do this, because I want to say this. Brown skin girl. Beyonce dropping that. I'm not saying the song is not like bad. The song is good. It's a good message and everything. But sometimes I always try to like see like the genuineness of people, whether it's just like a marketing
really
strategy.
Appreciating brown skin girls,
are you really appreciating?
Because like
it's actually
brown
popping.
skin girls are trending right now.
Like, it's a market. It's like dark skin is a market now. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, is it because right now what will get you the most clouds? Yeah, because and sometimes is it what's gonna get you the most sales. I'm sorry, because music is business. It's business, skin. Y'all agree within it. It is a good message, but I'm talking about the intentions here. I'm not saying the song is bad. I'm just saying like it was dropped in such a, when dark skin is like trending.
Like very strategic.
It's very it's a strategic move. Would Beyonce have dropped it 2-3-4 years ago? The song is so good though, I'm not gonna lie. I love the song, but it's just like, yeah, I just think that it's very
strategic. Okay, one thing I have to say, just because you are in like interracial relationship, black girl, white guy, whatever mixture you want to do the interracialness, does not mean you guys have to start a YouTube channel. Like, you don't have to start a couples channel. It's unpopular. You're in an interracial relationship, next minute couples channel doing fake pranks.
Every time you do prank the same way.
The same way. And you never see this camera. You stop lying. Like, come on.
I'm sick of it. We don't want to see it.
Okay?
We're tired.
Okay, we get it. You're in an interracial relationship, and that's fine. We love to see love. Okay, it's beautiful. We love it. But we don't want to see it on our YouTube feed doing fake pranks. That's something I don't want to see anymore. I'm sick of it.
And Ricky
do better.
Is sick of it, guys. Oh, just to bounce off that. Honestly, if someone date outside of your race, they're not anti-black. They're not. Because at the end of the day, guys, someone's skin tone does not literally rely if they're compatible with you. If someone finds someone that they're compatible with and they like and they have something that is actually genuine, there's nothing wrong with that. We're a human race before anything. Not saying that you're not your race, but I feel like the moment we actually realize that before anything we're actually a human race, whether you're green, blue, yellow, green, we're human race, and we need to understand that. And I feel like because we lack that understanding, that's where all this division comes in, and we be like, oh no, you're anti-black because a black girl is dating a white man, or the other way too. And it's like, no, there's nothing wrong with that, because guys, even when we die, is heaven just gonna be black people?
Honestly,
it's gonna be all race. Well. It's gonna be all race. Don't be ridiculous. Let them breathe. Don't be doing too much, guys. People go and attack them. Man. It's like, leave people alone.
Like, this is the person that they found was right for them.
Leave them alone.
Ignore the color of their skin. Look at the characteristics of this person. Are they compatible?
Exactly.
Like, okay, why am I gonna leave this person that's like from a different, you know, race, whatever? Yeah, and that's treating me so well for someone from the same race treating me like trash. Yeah, what's the reason?
It's illogical.
I mean, it's just for
I'm not gonna lie, I do love my black man. I do. I mean, for us, I mean, like, obviously we would love to, you know, date our black men. Nothing wrong with that. But I think it's wrong when you start casting people out and saying they're anti-black. Yeah, because they're not dating black people. And it's like, no, it's not. Maybe you don't want to, but don't condemn someone that is doing that, because actually, guys, it's not wrong. It's just wrong. I don't think God is writing there, oh my God, like, she's dating someone, like, you can't date someone. Like, I don't see God doing that. I'm so sorry. Like, honestly, I don't. It's ridiculous. No. It's ridiculous. And let's stop the whole anti-blackness on those interracial couples that people go and abuse and attack on social media.
Honestly, on the topic of anti-blackness.
Yes, Araki.
It's all good and all to love your natural hair, and no one is saying that people cannot love their natural hair, but you need to stop attacking people that wear wigs and weaves and saying that they like hate themselves because they're not rocking their natural hair.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like, black hair should be celebrated, and yes, you know, we should embrace our 4C, coily, textured hair. Like, that's good and all, but some people don't want to deal with their hair. Like, some people don't want to be spending hours, like, you know, untwisting it, detangling. Like, not everyone wants to do that, and because they don't want to do that, that does not mean that they hate themselves. Like, they're anti-black. Like,
they're anti-black. That does not make sense.
Like, maybe I don't want to deal with this hair.
Maybe a wig is just easier to throw on. Like, don't get it twisted. Just because black girls wear wig, that they don't have hair. Don't get it twisted.
They do.
Don't get it twisted.
And we can actually grow out.
Don't think most people think that just because black girls wear wigs, like, we don't have hair or there's no hair under here. No, darling. I think another unpopular opinion in terms of black hair as well, wearing wigs, there's nothing wrong. As I was saying, Rick said, nothing wrong with wearing wigs, but I also think it's also good to look at it in this aspect that sometimes as black women, we can get so comfortable wearing wigs that we take care of our wigs, they're good long, and it's good. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, we don't put that same energy on our hair. And I feel like sometimes, even with us black girls, some people have beautiful natural hair, but because they don't know how to style it, they just put a wig on it. But I think it's important that as black women, why is it that we're washing this hair, taking care of long, we're neglecting our natural one? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. It should be a balance of both, because at the end of the day, is your natural hair, you should take care of it too. Like, as much as we love our wig, but at the same time, let's put that same energy on our actual hair too, because then I feel like that's why most girls, African girls, or just black women in general too, they don't know what to do with their hair. So we're so used to this that when we have our actual hair, you're like, like, it's so overwhelming because you're not used to it. And I feel like just like balance it out, like, let it be a balance, because
even like for the people that don't want to show their natural hair or whatever,
grow your hair.
You can still wear wigs and stuff, but at least be taking care of your hair.
Take your care of your hair under your wig. Don't just leave it, like, because otherwise then obviously that's kind of neglecting yourself. Like how is it like you look so good with a wig and then with that baby, because then now it's not joking. But like, I feel like that's very unpopular, but it's just the truth. And I feel like another thing is like, I think there's a lot of misconception. Like, some black women think they actually can't grow their hair. I don't know why, but that really annoys me, because I'm like, everyone grows hair. It's science. Everybody grows hair. It's just whether are you retaining the length of your hair.
If you're not taking care of it, then obviously the ends are going to be breaking off. So it looks looks like you have the same length, but really
you're not retaining length to it. That's why I was coming back to like the wig thingy. Like it's good to put a wig on here and there, but also take care of it too. So especially if you want your hair to grow, you can't be like, I want my hair to grow, but then you're not doing anything to like take care of it. How do you expect something to grow when you're not nourishing it? Do you know what I mean?
Word.
Don't get it twisted. When you see us rocking wigs like this, don't think we don't have hair under there. Don't get it twisted. And if you don't, there's nothing wrong with that too. Maybe you're growing your hair out. Maybe you've cut it and you're just growing your hair under there. There's nothing wrong with that too. That's all I'm saying. Just make sure we're balancing it out so that we're not neglecting our own hair too. Because then that's when now it becomes an issue, when you can't even rock your own hair. You're not confident because you're so used to this that you don't feel confident in your natural hair. And it's not because you don't look good, it's just because you're not used to it. So
you let it suppress your self-esteem.
You let it press it. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. As much as I like wigs, I love our natural hair. I'm not even gonna lie. If I had to choose, guys, whether if I want straight hair, I'm so sorry, I'll still choose my natural afro hair.
Yeah, I actually prefer our texture.
Me too.
More than anything.
Like, we have to address this issue in the African community. Might be unpopular, but it has to be addressed because the gender role is very
it's actually ridiculous. We were over and I told my younger brother to wash the dishes and he was actually going to do it. Why did one of the aunties say, no, boys are not in the kitchen, boys don't wash dishes? I was like, oh, well, in Australia they do. Not just in Australia, but like if you're raised correctly and all the chores are split, you shouldn't be seeing no gender roles at all. Especially when it comes to that like domestics. Anyone can do that. There's
just an unbalanced and unfair gender role, mainly in the African household. We see it. The women are the ones that do literally everything.
They're working, they're coming back home,
they're cooking, they're cleaning.
You know what? I can really understand these roles back home.
I can understand it too,
everyone has like a duty that they must, complete. So
I think there's nothing wrong with gender role actually, if it's balanced and if it's done right and it makes sense. And if it makes sense.
Guys are herding like the cattle or doing like
they're actually doing something.
Yeah, they're doing something. They're doing hard labor. So it makes sense when the women come back home and do the cooking, cleaning or whatever, because
if they're already at home,
that's all they're doing at home while the guys are out there. But here where everybody is working,
what are you doing?
Sometimes not everybody is working. The guys are just at home doing nothing. Not contributing nothing. But then they have the audacity to still not be helping out.
Why do African parents do that? You're actually not teaching the boys anything. In terms of hospitality, they're gonna lack so much in it that even when they do get married, that's gonna be a stumbling block in the marriage. Let me tell you this, it will be a stumbling block in that marriage because that guy doesn't have any terms of like hospitality. So like what are they gonna be marrying? Someone to serve them? No. But it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous and it needs to stop because at the end of the day, guess who's suffering? We suffer. But now we're gonna have to be with these lazy ass men. I can't do it.
Also, he's suffering too. He can't even help himself.
And then now you wonder why the marriage is breaking. Did you teach them? All of the things that they say when those men get married, now is a struggle for them. Now they're like, I have to wash the dishes. I have to, oh my god, I have to cook.
You didn't.
When she's sick, he can't cook.
She's still gonna be the one looking after the household.
Yeah, they literally don't know how to do anything. And we're not saying anything, but in terms of that department of like hospitality and just taking, as you're saying, serving people, taking care of people.
Unless the guy actually moved out of home and was able to like learn those skills himself. But the ones that are at home, like
being catered to,
a majority of them are just being catered to. They're not learning any skills for themselves. You're telling him, clean your room, clean your room, clean your room. You get tired and you're the one that cleans it for them. Like that doesn't teach them anything. That just teaches them that the longer that they don't listen to you, you're just gonna do it anyways.
And then not knowing that actually forms habits within those men, because now they're just gonna learn that
someone will do it for me if I don't do it, basically.
Yeah, exactly. That mentality of like, I'm to be served. You're literally raising a selfish man, a man that can't serve people, a man that can't even cater to someone because they can't even do it for themselves. Like literally, if we go too deep, I'm gonna get hot. Guys, you can tell we're tired.
We need to do better.
Sick of it, because we went through it and we kind of still are.
Literally still are to this day.
To this day! To this day!
To this day, we're still going through it. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Mixed people are not black, okay? They're just biracial. I think we get it twisted sometimes. You just stick to the black side. It's like you just automatically claim them.
It's the one drop rule.
It's just that, yeah, it's that one drop rule. And I'm like, no, I don't know what it is, but they think that being diverse is putting Zendaya in every role. Oh my god, like, yeah, we're being diverse. There's a black woman. She's barely black. Barely.
Zendaya and Yara.
Yara is this other girl too that they always see, and it's like, no, like, that's not representation. I'm so sorry, but that is like, that's the closest thing to a white person in a black community.
Yeah,
that's literally what it is. You're literally still in the supremacies of like whiteness or whatever, because you're picking the closest person.
Whiteness, yeah.
Yeah, saying that, I feel like diversity is kind of, they're doing pick and choose.
I found that a lot in like the teen age sort of movies and stuff like that. You don't see too much diversity.
Because where's the Ryan? I mean, Ryan was in Stars, but it's not like you don't see her doing big films or like, and she can act. She's good. And like, there's other even amazing actresses as well that are, I would say, more representing black people in general. Because obviously I'm saying, like, with this Zendaya, they represent the biracial. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they represent black people, but at the same time, for them more, it's for the biracial. But don't get it twisted. I love Zendaya. Zendaya, I think she's amazing. So it's not that I'm hating on her or anything, but I don't know. Hollywood is just fishy in general. If you guys cancel me as the black community, I don't really care. Jesus is not black. I'm sorry, you guys are gonna throw stones at me or whatever, but he's not. Biblically, guys, historically, he's not. I think as black people, we just want to like see everything through race, but it's like sometimes you need to be realistic, because at the end of the day, Jesus ain't white. He's Jewish, he's Middle Eastern, tan, probably like olive skin. If we want to be honest, guys, let's go with facts here. Good, Jesus is black. No, he's not. Like, where do people get that from, honestly? Because when you study history, it doesn't say that. And we have to be honest with ourselves, because at the end of the day, guys, running with a false gospel or narrative is actually very dangerous. Because then now people are going to start believing your doctrine. Now you have actually made your own doctrine that's saying Jesus is this. And then now when people are going to try and read the Bible, it doesn't make sense. Because they're believing some other person that it doesn't even add up. It doesn't make sense at all. Let's be factual, because being realistic is very important, especially if people actually want to get to know about God. I feel like truth is very important. Honesty and facts are very important. People that actually want to get to know why Jesus came on the cross, they need to know the facts. Yeah. We can't be dishonest. We can't go on our emotions. God, it's not about your emotions. It's nothing to do with that. It's about facts. We need to be factual when it comes to those stuff like that.
Honestly, I don't even think that we should be putting an image to Jesus, period. Like, really and truly. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, you're basically idolizing an image of someone that you don't even know, where that image come from. Like, if we speak geographically, then you can kind of say,
you can know where he
may have looked like this. But we really shouldn't even be putting an image to the man. Ain't none of us seen him just yet.
There's this little girl, guys. She literally drew a picture of how Jesus looked like. She grew up in an atheist home, and she started having like visitations, but she didn't know what was going on because she's obviously small. So she would start drawing what she sees, and she would show the parents. There's a whole story about it. If you want me to link it, I'll link it up there. I'll link it up. It's really, really interesting, because the fact is she grew up not knowing about God, and actually the families are all atheists. She even came to a point where she drew a picture of Jesus. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's a movie called Heaven is for Real. It's actually based on a true story of this kid that died. 4 or 5 year old, I can't remember exactly, but he was young, he was a child, so he wouldn't lie. He died, and when he ended up coming back to life, I'll link the movies. Everyone should watch the movie. The movie is really good. It was on Netflix. Heaven is for Real. It's a really good movie. It's based on a true story. This kid ended up coming back to life, like talking to the mom, like, oh, like, I have a sister. And they're like, no, you don't. Like, no, I met her in heaven. And they're like, how do you know? It's like, it died in your tummy. And then and they never told him that. They never told him that the mom had a baby and she had a miscarriage. And then they're like, and then there was all these other things that she would say too. And then not only that, so the painting that I was telling you of the girl drew of Jesus, that little girl, the girl that was just having this visitation, God showing her stuff, and she didn't even know what's going on. She would just paint stuff. She painted a picture of Jesus, and they showed that picture to the kid and said, yep, that's Jesus. And when you see the picture, I'm not lying, guys, what I saw in my dream very similar. If y'all want to know, I'll link everything down below. It's really interesting. It's really good. Even that movie, Heaven for Real, everyone should watch it. It's a really good movie. It's encouraging too, because if you do have miscarriages, God takes care of those babies. Some problems are not all to do with because we're black. Sometimes you have a bad attitude.
Sometimes you're the problem.
Yeah, sometimes. How about that? How about that? But honestly, sometimes, not to sound horrible, but quick to pull the race card, that you don't assess the character of that person. Sometimes the person is at fault. It's not because of their race or what. No, sometimes your character was off. You're stealing, and you're saying now it's because I'm black. You're robbing bank because you're black. Don't lie to yourself.
Sometimes you are the problem. Like,
driving drunk.
And that's your own there. It's not a matter of we're just minding your business and then someone comes and like attacks you. This is you that went and did this and this.
Thinking that they're in gangs or we need to stop it. Stop watching too much music videos.
These people are being paid to do all these things. You're doing it for free, looking foolish.
Going to jail at 16 because you think you're a gangster.
Because you think you're a gangster.
These people are acting. Here you are doing it. You mad. Be wise.
You stupid.
Stop foolishness. You're not in a gang. You're actually in a gang. Who actually told you? And yeah, the saddest thing is that you actually believe. Guys, you actually see it in TV and then you're going to put it in practice. Are you mad? You lost your mind. Like,
why are you beefing between suburbs? Like, do you own the suburb? Stop it. You don't own any of these places. There was no hardships where you were at. 5114 raised me. Get the hell out of here. Raised you. Raised you where? I mean, we are TV in like wow. TV to buy already.
How does that make sense? This is how I don't understand.
You gain from like, you know, punching someone's wall in.
How dare you rent out a place and then you have the audacity. I always think like, who raised you? Or sometimes we're like, oh my god, we're represented so bad. But this type of madness, this is why. This is exactly why. Because when you're doing something as a black person, you're representing every one of us.
And they don't just take you as the individual, they classify every one of us. Obviously that's wrong, but that's
just the truth as well. It's very selfish when you go out and now you're ruining people's stuff, because now let's say if someone wants to go and rent that place up now, they have that image already. If they're already like, no, you're one of those people that they don't think about other people and how they're representing themselves, and actually you're representing your community, and you doing that, you're actually ruining
the reputation.
Yeah, the reputation of the black community in general, because now you're actually writing and playing that narrative. You actually have the narrative that's already there. You actually went and you've actually done it.
Can't
finish. You went and actually done it, and then don't even dare pull on the race card because you've actually went and participated. I'm done.
Following on from that a little bit, everyone trying to be a rapper thing. When not everyone is good at it. Like, look, sometimes it's not your portion as well. Not all of us are gonna make it out of this, you know, imaginary hood of ours. Not all of us are rappers. You're just wasting your time sometimes. They're just persisting in a lane that is not meant for them.
Everyone's gifted different too, you know, so trying to figure out like what works with you. Just because it works with someone, it doesn't mean it works for you. It doesn't mean it work for you. Some people be forcing lanes that ain't even there. Just don't do that. We've said basically almost everything, so I hope you guys like this video, and if you did, don't forget
to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications.
Make sure you actually press that like button, because it really does help my videos. It really helps my videos, and I'll appreciate so much. But as for now, we gotta go because it's time.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye guys, take care of yourself.
Bye.